Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Free Willy, the greatest movie of all time, and Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Brian. I like Free Willy, the greatest movie of all time, and Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm
Dan. It should come as no surprise that I despise Free Willy and Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Oh, we have a lot of fun here at Deck the Hallmark. Oh, man. Even when the movie's bad, we have a lot of fun.
What's that song from Free Willy? You and my friend and hold me like the Mystic Pizza. But it is Christmas.
The one thing this movie does have going for it is there are no whales. That is accurate.
This movie? Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why would you bring that up?
You and I both know whales suck.
Wow.
Whales are terrible.
Hey, guys.
What?
Hey, guys.
Why? Why?
It's me, Teeter.
How many?
He has a name?
The whale guy's
Teeter,
name
the whale
is
guy.
Teeter?
Yes.
I believe didn't we have a teeter-totter on the program?
I think so.
Doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound
Unrelated.
like you, but different teeters. There's
Your-
second teeter appearing on the program.
Words matter.
Words matter. And you are on the line how many hours a day?
Always.
Always.
Open line.
No matter where you go, you're on the line.
Well, expert.
Teeter gonna teet.
Teeter is gonna teet.
I'm a well expert. Teeter's going to teet. Also, Dan, go die in a hole.
Well,
Thanks,
guy
Teeter.
out. Not really. I'm always
Let's keep
here.
him on the line,
Yeah.
please. Just
He's
in case.
always here.
Man, unbelievable.
He might come in handy today, I will say. I know seals aren't whales, and a cat is not a dog.
Yeah.
But
Up for debate.
But
obviously.
yeah,
Seals are not
we'll
whales.
see. We'll see what
Whales have
what
whiskers,
happens.
though, right? Like seals?
Mystic Pizza is Christmas. Mystic Christmas.
We are not reviewing Mystic Pizza, the Julia Roberts joint.
I've never seen Mystic Pizza.
It's just
Did
okay.
Should I have seen it?
No,
Is
it's
it
just
like a
this?
prequel?
No, it's not at all.
This movie based on?
It's just the same town and pizza. Like everything else,
What was the name of the pizza place?
Mystic Pizza.
Oh, that was
Oh,
the name
yeah.
of the joint. Okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't the name of the place.
Not in this movie. What
At
was
some
it?
point,
It's like Moe's,
it's a
or-
direct infringement upon intellectual property. But
We're not there yet.
We can't do Mystic. What should we do? Mango. We'll do
Mango,
mango
that's what it
pizza.
was.
Mango Pizza, Mango Christmas.
Guys, we are having a lot of fun so far this week.
Yeah.
Top 5 favorite moments of the week. Brian, go.
Oh, man. The Kit Kats, obviously. When
Y'all shared the Kit Kats. That's on my
it became
list, for sure.
Christmas this week.
It did become
obviously.
Christmas this week, obviously.
Number 3, when we found the helper of the week, that was a big, big deal. When we gave Aaron a microphone, right, Aaron?
Speak up.
Come on,
It's
Aaron.
one of those
Don't be shy.
omnidirectionals. You just got to speak right into it.
Right into that mic.
Okay.
All right, we'll go to the Aaron cam then real quick because we got, okay.
Unbelievable.
There go my 4 and 5.
But
So
do we
I only
have
have
two
3.
Christmas trees on set? No, we've got 4. We've got 4 on set.
Just a couple
We got
of
a
ones.
mic for producer Aaron. Nope, sure don't. Nailed it.
Well, one of those, you might think those are unrelated, but they are. We had to give the Christmas trees to Mike in case they came to
Yeah.
life.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
And they haven't yet. The Christmas trees have not come to life yet. No.
still can't hear
But
you, I don't-
you're doing a great
try.
bit for us.
It's a great
Yeah,
bit.
it's funny to
for
watch.
the 3 of us.
The Christmas
Crushing
trees
it.
and the Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree does have a mic. Hasn't talked yet.
We'll get there.
We
Maybe.
will. I'm sure we will. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But eventually.
What say you?
So we gave the smallest Christmas tree a mic. We didn't give the big ones mics.
No, that one doesn't have anything important to say.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get there. Dan, what are your 5 favorite moments of the week?
I'll take Brian's.
Okay,
This
fair
is
enough.
Dumb.
People like hearing
favorite
about
moments?
moments and life
We had
Behind the
fun
scenes,
at Halloween trick or treating with the
yeah.
kids.
We
That
might
was
have
a lot
talked
of
about
fun.
it yesterday. Actually,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
yesterday's episode.
Yeah, we did. That was fun. I mean, you said this week.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite moment of the week was?
What
Just
was it?
walking around downtown Greenville
When did
When'd you do that?
earlier this week.
Why?
When?
It was Monday or Tuesday.
Tuesday was Halloween, so
So it was Monday.
Probably Monday.
Monday.
What were you doing there?
what are you doing?
I was just kind of walking around.
looking at it.
Were you lost?
Yeah,
No,
that?
because here's what I heard. I heard that this is living, this is Greenville.
Yeah, that Greenville.
And I wanted to experience it for myself.
Yeah.
And so I went down there. I was like, I'm having a hard time knowing if I'm living. So I went to the downtown, walked down, saw.
Did you
all
have some of the microdose gummies beforehand?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
Ooh.
Okay.
I just walked right around town.
You should try now.
Kind
Yeah.
of looked up, looked around. This is living. This is.
I will say
Greenville.
you get so we live downtown, Brand, and we get so used
Numb
to
to
Greenville.
it. You're numb
being
to it.
just what every town is like, and then we go to any other town and we're like, this isn't living.
Yeah.
This isn't
This
Greenville.
isn't living.
And
A lot
you
of
know,
people think that they're living, and I would just say, "Are you in Greenville? If not,
not living.
the answer is no."
Come see our city.
We
but
love
not
this
like on the weekends or a big holiday because there's already too much traffic.
Midweek,
Like
Monday or
yeah,
Tuesday.
show up like
I went, but I will tease this.
mid-April would be great.
We are this weekend is 1 month away from the
parade.
Greenville Christmas Parade,
Whoa.
which we will be live streaming
Yeah, we
again.
will.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed, everything going well. We had so much fun commentating.
Potting the parade. Yeah.
That potting that parade,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. That we're just thrilled that we get to go
We're
back
the
and do
judges
it again.
Official.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Unbelievable.
we should review our results from last year to see how.
We should
Oh,
watch
yeah.
that parade. I will say there's rumors
We
that
could review it and then we could preview the parade. I think we could get a little.
Should we?
there's rumors that News Channel
we?
4, News Channel 4
also
WYF have
live streaming or televising the parade as well.
I don't want to speak out of hand because
No, 'cause they're good people.
me and Chris Justice, we're good friends. He's a hack and he
Say
has
that with all the
no
love in your
rights to infringe on our turf of potting that parade.
This is an interesting take. That
I'm
the
gonna
local news channel can't televise
Yeah.
the parade, but we can.
They didn't even ask
They
our
didn't ask.
permission.
Yeah.
And so
So
like,
a Yorn move. If you
well, it's
It was
like
a Yorn move.
it's like when we talk about weather, like I bring up Chris's name. Like
Yes. Yeah.
and they
Why wouldn't
they went completely behind
There
our
was
backs,
a time in your
right
life
in
where
front
you
of us.
didn't do that, where you were a weatherman brand and you took all the credit for literal.
Yeah, but he would comment on those videos.
He would comment on
so
those videos.
that was like the sign of seal of approval.
Sure.
That was the sign
Respect.
seal of
He was
approval.
I just
Of
want
course.
I want everyone to know this. We don't approve of this.
Okay. Great.
We hope that channel goes out of business, but everyone keeps their jobs.
we should put it on Bramble Jam letterhead.
We want
And
everybody to
issue
keep their
a
jobs.
statement to the press.
Yeah, to the press.
Yeah.
We were first. First is the worst, second's the best. WIFF has a hairy chest.
East Coast, Beast Coast.
East Coast,
East
Beast
Coast,
Coast is
Beast Coast.
absolutely
Yeah.
right. All right, I think
Good.
we've done enough
We
here.
good? Check
Let's
that
talk
off.
about Mystic
pizza.
Pizza. It
gotta
originally aired on
finish.
October 28th, 2023, and it went a little something like this. Dr. Juniper Jones. She's a doctor, and she goes and she does stuff. Her name's Dr. Juniper Jones.
Boo. Boo.
Are you booing me?
Yeah.
Well, no one would boo Dr. Juniper Jones because she is giving one of her famous SEAL-themed keynotes. And when it comes to
I
talking...
saw SEAL theme keynotes live. Oh my gosh.
Really good. Really good.
Dueling pianos. Didn't think I'd like it, but they were fantastic.
I remember that day. You walked in and you said, "Uh-oh, 2 pianos." But when it comes to talking to uppity ups afterwards, she's less than thrilled. She's an introvert. Don't bother her. So when her BFF Candace calls, she takes that call and promptly leaves the conversations. Candace asks her to come to Mystic Pizza to help with a seal situation. Plus, she gets to see Sawyer, Candace's brother, who Juniper once had spent the quote-unquote most romantic night of her life. Whew, boy. He tries to hide when he sees her, and it doesn't go well. He pops right back up, and he is forced to give her a ride to the aquarium. Candace introduces Juniper to the interns, and these interns worship her. Juniper doesn't want that. She's an introvert.
Right.
She's a what?
Yeah, she's an introvert. She
Whoa.
just wants to spend time with Candace and Peppermint the seal. Okay? Don't bother me. But Candace is like, you're going to be fine. After a long day, Sawyer brings Juniper a pizza a Mystic Pizza, and she invites him to talk. They're having a great night, talking, catching up and whatnot, but he gets called away on a pizza emergency. Don't ask, don't tell. She goes to the boat parade. It is wild. Elves are dancing on moving boats. They're going nuts on that boat. Those elves are crazy. Juniper brings the interns baked goods, and now they're best friends. Juniper and Sawyer talk about travel, how he doesn't travel at all, and how she probably travels a little too much. Will she ever settle down? Who can say? She can't. She takes a gander at the seal cam, as you do, and Peppermint is sick. Baby, my name is Peppermint, and I am a seal. Seal, the Peppermint, the seal, is sick. She is so committed to Peppermint the seal that she basically moves in to keep an eye on Peppermint. Eventually, the interns tell her to scram, get lost, because they're friends now because of the baked goods. So much so that she's talking to them about crushes, trying to play a little matchmaker. So cute. She decides to go for it and ask our guy Sawyer if they can get some dinner together. He's pumped. He packed a basket full of goodies. I've got a basket full of goodies. I can't wait for my date with my homie. Yeah. It's not going to happen, though. She texts him and says, hey, can't make it. No other information. So he freaks out. He starts to spiral and just sends back a thumbs up emoji. They talk about it later. They realize they both done goofed. You can't just say can't make it without an explanation, and you can't just send a thumbs up because it's passive aggressive. The more you know, the more you grow.
Ooh.
And did I make that up?
Nicely
TM.
Did I make that up?
Trademark it.
Yeah, big
Stamp
time.
it. Bank it.
Wow. But the ultimate goof, though, is going to be rewarded to Sawyer, because all movie they've been arguing about how he sent an email after the most romantic night ever. She's like, you never sent an email. He then goes to his drafts and whoopsie daisies.
It's still there? Oh, my God.
It's in the drafts. And so he has to tell her, hey, I done goofed. I'm sorry about that. Juniper's favorite Christmas tradition from all of her travels involves books. Aaron's freaking out at this moment. And
She's already seen the movie, too.
I
It was
know.
a lot.
She's telling us all to pipe down.
Had to put
There's
her on
books
unpaid
on
leave. It was
screen.
crazy.
They spend the night reading, having fun Christmas memories by the Christmas tree. Talking about, whatnot and reading books. Juniper realizes, I am falling for Sawyer, which means what do I do? Because I have a gig I got to get to.
South Africa.
I've got things planned. And so she does what she always does. She says, I'm out of here. She's telling Candace, no, I can't stay. And here at the old seal barn. And they get in a little bit of an argument like, you never stay, you always go, etc. It's the aquarium toy drive. It's apparently the biggest aquarium night of all time.
Wow. For this aquarium.
For this particular, that the overall data is still up for grabs. But this particular aquarium is knocking it out of the park. Sawyer is just not happy about her leaving and all that stuff. And so he decides, you know what? I'm going to leave too. So he books a trip to South Africa. And when he's getting ready to tell her, she's like, hey, good news, I'm not leaving. And he's like, uh-oh, I booked this travel. But it doesn't matter because you can't stop love. They make out, good ones. Flash forward 1 year to another December. Sawyer's back from his world traverse. Is that what you would say? Like
No.
traverse?
You not say world traverse.
Try it. Say it. He's back from
his world traverse.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It doesn't.
They go down for the boat parade again, I guess, and they're having a wonderful time. And I guess that's what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. And that, my friends, was Mystic Pizza Christmas.
Like the River Jordan.
I do have somebody asking me to
We did it.
pronounce the book tradition.
Let's hear it.
I'll do it after the break.
Yeah,
I'll do it after the break.
a
I don't
tease.
want. I don't.
Just a good tease.
I don't want people to be upset,
think
but I
we're
also
making fun of
Can't
anything.
give away the milk if the cow.
Cal, you get a good
is
look
the
at your
one that-
butcher.
that stick in your head.
guarantee.
I thought I had it written down, but I
That
don't.
joke
So
may be just for Brian and myself, but
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
thrilled by it. I can tell you that right now.
what are you? Oh, is this it?
That's the one.
All right. It is time for the book tradition pronunciation with Bran. Go to the. Here we go. Yola Boca Flawed.
Not bad.
Yola Boca Flawed. Yola Boca Flawed.
Holding out on us.
It's where you go and get books.
There it is. Yola
Yola
Boca
Boca
Flor.
Flor.
Yola Boca Flor. No, it's more like a Yola
Yo-
Boca Flor.
YOLO Boca
Yola
Flow.
Boca Flor, that's right.
Let's start by breaking this movie down with the hot take. Is where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We do not hold back.
No.
Brian, you've been doing such a great job this week.
you.
There's still room for improvement, though. I've heard from some people. So let's see what you got today. What do you think about this movie, Mystic Pizza Christmas?
Mystic Pizza Christmas. Yeah, it's not every day you refer to a movie as Free Willy with pizza.
Yeah.
And the movie makes you look silly for
That's
doing
right.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Because
It's embarrassing.
They came through
They knew
with
better.
this one. I forget how I rated this one. I forget, but
I thought you meant it made you look silly because it wasn't Free Willy
no,
with pizza.
no, like we were making
thought for
fun
sure
of
they
it.
were going to be whales, and
We
boy,
thought-
was there egg on our face.
We made fun of it, and then we saw the poster, and we made fun of it
the poster's
more.
terrible.
And so we were just like ragging on this thing, like this is a no-brainer. It's going to be ridiculous, obviously. And I feel silly because this movie was really, really good, and it's my number one movie of the year.
Wow.
Yep. And it was so, like, the awkwardness was so great and legit. It felt great. Quick and witty dialogue. Nicole Dressel, the writer, Dan, you were talking about it. She's written a lot of comedy.
This
like
is her
true
first
comedy.
Hallmark movie, and she's written like a lot of comedy stuff, and you can definitely tell in this.
Yeah, it came through. It's like they let her go a little bit, and the actors did a really good job with the script, and it just flowed really well. All the people, like everyone in this, felt like they were getting along so great, and we were just there to watch. Like the chemistry between everybody just worked really, really good. And I was a little torn because I'm not a big like let's put all the animals in captivity and go look at them. But those seals were a real joy. And I'm just assuming they're bringing them all back to health. The aquarium's going to get them all back into shape and release them where they belong in their natural habitat. But the seals were really good. And they didn't just...
Well, and the good news is, like, we know from Free Willy that it always turns out good.
Always turns out great.
Yeah, exactly. There's never any issues there. So, yeah, and I was a little disappointed that when they helped nurse the seal back a little bit, they didn't make a reference to something about like SEAL Team Sick, which I thought of, and I'm like, if I thought of that, somebody else surely.
Yeah, write that down.
That is TM. That SEAL Team Sick.
Still seems sick.
Come on.
Peppermint's ill.
So yeah, number one movie for me right now on the board, and only a few weird things, but really, really good stuff.
I agree with Brian overall. I love this movie. I still got to war room it up, consider where this movie is going to end up on my list, but I did love this movie. I thought the leads were fantastic. Lots of funny ha-has, lots to enjoy. I am going to pull a Brian here and say could have used more seal.
Wasn't a lot of seal. You're right.
But when the seal's on, maybe it's because when the seal's on screen, a scene stealer. And like, how many scenes can you steal from the leads before you stop caring about them? That is a fine line, and it is fair. But in my estimation, could have upped the seal a little bit, gotten some more seal on screen. That's just me being greedy at this point. But if it was up to me, seal would have been on screen and the soundtrack. Kiss from a Rose. Dan?
Yeah, it wasn't great for me. And I'm really sorry, everyone out there.
ridiculous.
But I'm not sorry. It is what it is. This movie reminded me a lot,
Certainly is.
coincidentally, of another Patty Murin movie, In Merry Measure, which was last
Another great
year.
one.
And it was a movie that starts off very quick, snappy, and charming and becomes cloying really, really quickly. there are some things I do like about the movie. Jesse Schramm and Chandler Massey, who have been saddled with a lot of bad movies, they've never been better. They both, I was very skeptical with those two as the leads. They were both great. The script has some like really poppy dialogue, which is good. I guess when I started to lose it was when I think they're trying to walk a fine line of making a joke about the misunderstanding.
Is this a joke?
Like there's so much poor communication in this movie. There's so much that's a bad misunderstanding that we would roll our eyes at in a Hallmark movie.
Dad.
And I think, go ahead, one more.
Is this a joke?
Is Kevin here right now?
McAllister in the house?
Wow.
What's up, boys?
Yeah.
I was once in a band. It was pizza-themed songs. That's true.
That is true. That's not a bit.
Yeah, that's not a bit.
That's
You?
right. Yeah, pizza.
Or
Macaulay
Kevin-
Culkin.
oh, he
Not
was.
Kevin
Okay.
McAllister.
No.
Right.
Yeah, we're layered
I
at this
didn't know
point.
that.
It was Pizza Underground or something.
Yeah, something like that. They had a whole album.
It was
Pizza.
they did Velvet Underground covers, but changed all the songs to pizza.
That's right.
Themed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like something we'd do, but we did.
Yeah.
Revolutionary.
Unbelievable. You would think that we would have latched on and there'd be more pizza cover albums by now. Yeah, I think the problem is that this misunderstanding bit that they do, it isn't far enough to be a joke. And so it just becomes like it just is the between the drafts and the text and everything else. It's just not a movie that has a lot to do. Like you could finish this movie in 60 minutes easily. And so I like
What did it leave you asking?
What do you mean?
Like the whole like draft thing. Like, did it leave you asking a question?
What question, Brand?
Is this a joke?
Yeah, it could have been that one. Yes, it could have been that one. Yeah, yeah. I wanted it to be more. Now, I don't think the movies have been good this year. I think they've been down, especially compared to last year. This is probably still second on my list overall. So on my list, Where Are You Christmas is ahead of this purely because the highs of Where Are You Christmas are better than anything in this movie. The scene where Rady turns to color in Where Are You Christmas is the best scene we've seen this year. And so, and then this is second because there is good chemistry of the leads and there is snappy dialogue and the seal is adorable. So it's not a disaster. It isn't as good as I think we're wanting it to be. I think there's, we have this early in the year, we're trying to find something new or different. This is new and different. It just isn't great in my opinion. So yeah, it was just okay at best.
Was there enough seal for you?
No, there wasn't enough seal for me. I could have done with more seal or go harder with the jokes. So like go harder with the jokes about how they're terrible communicators in every aspect of their life. The way it stands, it's like introverts can't be leaders and these things just happen. You just have a message in your drafts folder you don't notice for a decade. Like it just isn't far. Like let's let them, and I guarantee that wasn't the screenwriter. I guarantee that was Hallmark trying to pull the reins in and make it serious. Whereas just trust these actors to make it funny and pull for them to get together. And so it wasn't quite successful.
Can I
for me.
propose something?
Please.
What if we made the drafts folder in Gmail or whatever you use, Yahoo, Earth Breeze? That's an ad. That's for the. What if we instead of calling it drafts, we called it giraffes? And every time you clicked on it, a little draft popped up and said, "Did you forget it?"
What did the giraffe say again?
Did you forget it?
Well, you know what's wild is
Like,
when
did you forget to send
when
it?
you get an email, if you don't respond, Gmail will throw it up there and be like, "Hey, you haven't replied in 3 days." So they just need a giraffe's voice at this point.
Yeah, because when we say giraffes, when we say drafts, I keep thinking of giraffes. So might as well make it permanent.
Giraffes really only can hum. Do you know that? They can
Is that right?
they just make
They chew pretty loud.
Yeah.
Sloppy chew.
That sounds like the whale guy doing a giraffe.
Giraffe impression, yeah.
Guilty.
It's a whale guy opening his draft email box.
Wouldn't it be great? It's time for all the feels. This is where we talk about what in this movie gave us those feels. Brian, feel your way.
I can break mine. I will.
Feel your way into this segment.
I can break mine down into 4 words.
Uh-oh.
Pizza, box, Christmas, tree.
And that's a dirty trick. You heard me when I saw it. And
What'd you say, Brian?
I can't repeat it. That's how excited
true.
I was.
That's true. You
And
can't.
you still chose to take it.
I will say you were more excited in 3 parts of Where Are You Christmas than you were in any part in this movie, and yet this is your number 1. Oh, you said War Room. You're not sure yet.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
No, I think Where Are You Christmas is still going to end up leading the charge here for me.
Leading the charge here. Yeah.
When I first saw that, I couldn't even believe it. And
it's the best. It's the best idea
maybe
since light.
Since light.
Yes.
Since God created light.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just let there be light. And then pizza box tree.
Should have been next step, pizza box Christmas tree.
That means it's a better idea than people themselves.
It's just a pizza box
and
tree,
seals.
guys.
It's so great and clever and
just say that sentence again.
Yeah,
it's just a pizza box tree. That's all it is.
The answer is in the state. The answer is in what you're saying,
it's the
Dan.
most ridiculous thing
it's
you've ever
just
said. It's just
a pizza box Christmas tree.
It's one of the greatest
it
things.
is. And it's amazing.
Yes, and everybody could make one. All it takes is just a couple lunches, few
and
lunches.
A dream.
A few lunches. They're like 100 pizza boxes.
Oh, it's such a great idea. It's so great. Anyway, yeah. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I worked in a pizza shop. I delivered pizza.
He worked at Domino's, guys. He did not work at a pizza shop.
We called it a pizza shop. That's one of my buddy and I who worked at Domino's. That was our dream, is to own our own little pizza shop.
Yeah, that's a great dream. Then you would have worked at a pizza shop.
But so I worked at...
if you said you worked at a burger joint, like I worked at a burger joint
King.
growing up. I worked at
No,
McDonald's.
we actually had to make the pizza, though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's different than that because they
slinging
do
pie.
one thing.
You had to prepare the pizza. You didn't make the dough in-house. You got the dough.
Yeah,
okay.
but
So
you-
that's just like me making a burger then. I got the buns and the meat and I grilled the
You
meat.
don't have to shape it. Like, it comes in a puck.
I had to grill the meat.
Right, but we have to shape the dough into the pizza, stretch it out, throw it in the air a couple times for the kids.
I mean, they're not
for the kids.
microwaving pizzas.
Yes.
They put it right through that
Not
conventional
Not
oven.
microwaving McDonald's.
Well,
Well, I'm just saying there is just
It's a little different.
I think
Straight
everything's
off the
different.
grill.
Everything's different.
So that was a big one.
Pizza
for me.
box tree.
Christmas tree.
Yay.
Yeah, is right.
And I'll just give another one because
Please.
I think a lot of people go nuts about dolphins and nuts about whales, and all of those are fine. Dan, be careful. But seals are a star.
Seals are a star.
Seals
yes.
are star.
This seal is a star.
Yes.
And
100%. You mean peppermint?
yeah, peppermint's fantastic, and I want more peppermint. But especially when the seal when the little girl's doing the thing, and she's like, "Don't look at me," and goes like that. Oh, it's so dang
the
cute.
best.
Give me seals for 1,000, please. Dan, anything?
Seals for one. Yeah. The food in this movie, aside from that spinach pizza toward the end, which looked really weird, the food in this movie looks great. And food in Hallmark movies typically looks terrible. Yeah. Early on, the pizza looked good. The pastries looked great. I was shocked at how good all of the food looked. Made me hungry. And I was watching at 9 a.m. I'm never hungry at 9 a.m. It was unbelievable. Really good job on that front. Way to go.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back and break this movie down just a smidge more here on Deck
Deck the Hallmark.
So good.
That was really good. Man.
The Hamburglar has got a bone to pick with you.
Oh,
I just got
really?
an email. I just got an email
This
from
is
the
gonna be
Hamburglar.
rough for you.
Yeah,
He's
it's going to be
brutal.
tough.
Hamburglar says this, Dear Dan, how dare you, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Third of all, my burgers are burgers. And
I'm the one that said they were.
Fourth of
burgers.
all-
he's the one that said they were not.
fourth of all, Brian, that goes for you double.
It goes for you double. Okay.
Fifth of all, Brandy, the best.
Fifth of all, brand new the
Thanks,
best.
Burglar.
God bless
Peppermint is
Hamburglar.
star.
Thanks, brother.
Yes.
God bless. God bless Hamburglar.
Hamburger?
Hamburger.
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 Let's get to the wait what is where we talk about when this movie just go wait what, Brian?
Yeah. The pizza being the Christmas pizza being sauce, cheese, and spinach. Like, I don't mind spinach on my pizza, but
A little bit. Yeah.
some spinach on the pizza. But when I'm thinking Christmas, I was trying to think of what else. Like, why not do like pepperoni is red,
Yeah.
green pepper, green. Like, you could do other
Yeah.
combinations.
Pepperoni jalapeno.
Yes,
Done.
jalapeno even. So I was
Done.
just like,
Easy.
okay.
Easy.
Yes, very easy. So maybe have like a few choices for the Christmas pizza and not just spinach. Not everybody, like you guys would never go for a Christmas pizza if it were just spinach and cheese.
Oh,
So,
never. No.
And
Especially when the spinach was double the
Yeah, just
rest.
fistfuls.
It
Too
was
much.
so much spinach.
Too much spinach.
Yeah.
Some of
They
those
did-
pizzas were pure spinach.
Yes.
What did you say?
Some of those pieces were pure
Some of
spinach.
those pieces were pure spinach.
spinach.
Yeah.
The whole chestnut thing. Buckle up. We're gonna be here for a while.
Oh
right?
my gosh. He popped into the office while we're watching this to go over this with us.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Well, she says chestnut should get the same treatment that pumpkin spice gets in the fall, or pumpkin
spice
gets in the fall. And I'm just like, and she said, and then he says it's gingerbread, right? That's the pumpkin spice of the winter. But I didn't feel right. Like I feel
it's
like
peppermint.
Peppermint,
Exactly
not
the seal,
right.
the flavor.
No, not the seal, the flavor.
We chop
Peppermint.
up peppermint.
Peppermint is to winter.
Dan,
what
come
pumpkin
on,
spice
bud.
is to fall. We can't chop up
And a
peppermint.
little bit of seal in your milkshake.
Just
Oh,
a little. I
man,
don't
when
know
it's
if we're
fatty,
there.
Oh boy,
I don't know.
Kiss from a rose.
Oh, peppermint.
baby.
So it's definitely peppermint. It's not. It's not chestnut.
You would want seal flavored Christmas items is unbelievable.
It's just disgusting.
It's
just
peppermint,
taking
you
its
think?
turn. Yeah, peppermint is the,
For me,
the
it is
winner.
at least.
I think
Peppermint with
is that
chocolate.
flavor. I just assume it had to be something like
But I think it's peppermint
Spice.
with chocolate as well.
yeah.
Like that's the tough
Yeah.
thing. Pumpkin
Yeah,
is its
yeah.
own thing. Like I mean, candy canes are its own thing, but there's something about when you add peppermint into chocolate that makes it festive.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean,
Today.
today is the day. The peppermint.
Happy
drinks
Red
are-
Cups.
Happy Red Cups. Yeah, and how do you just not like any desserts? Like, none. Get out of here with that.
None desserts.
None.
He does. Yeah,
Desserts?
I thought he was like allergic to
Mark
sweets
one oval. Only one oval.
or just. And it turns out he just doesn't think any of them taste good.
It's crazy.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was infuriating a little bit. Bran, anything for you?
Yeah, I have a few. There is an argument early on at that party with the uppity ups, where all we hear is something about they're arguing about the best Christmas song of all time. He's like, you can't have the best Christmas song cannot be less than 30 years old. And then he says the best Christmas song of all time is clearly Good King Wenceslas.
Just good King Wenceslas.
Good King Wenceslas. And wrong, that is, and I'm fine with this debate. We can debate all day long about what the best
Someone
Christmas
can
song
have that
is.
opinion.
But my question is, do they?
Yeah.
Does someone have that opinion?
This guy
If
does.
so, I am more than happy
Just
to
looking for the
come on
reaction.
this show and be like, I'm wrong. I don't think you exist.
Right.
They give
and
a
I
lot
do
of
want on
hot
record.
Christmas
so,
carol takes, though.
So,
Yeah, they sure do.
so please email me, brad@hallmark.com, and let me know if that is your favorite Christmas song of all time. Like, November 1st comes around, or, the day after Thanksgiving, if you're a monster, and you're like, let's turn on the Christmas music. You're like, the first song right out of the gate is,
That version, yeah.
yeah, that's actually a
Absolutely.
great. That's a Creed version, guys. Creed's going back on tour.
King Wenceslas, wintertime.
Don't tempt him.
On
Don't tempt him.
feast of cheer.
It's right
I don't know any more words.
It's right
so-
in the sweet spot.
was a good king. His name was Wenceslas.
My Wenceslas.
You know what's crazy about the Creed tour is that there's like, yeah, sure, bring Daughtry, bring Theodore down, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Switchfoot's in
Switchfoot's in
and
the
I don't
mix.
really know how it happens. That's all I got.
Yeah, oh, that's it.
This movie's flawless.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah, early on in this movie, someone looks at someone and says, you can't just make things up and call them a tradition. Yes, that is exactly how traditions are in fact made. That
is
like,
true.
that's how that works. You do it once, and then it becomes, if you continue to do it, a tradition. At any point, that is how they're made. There's not a council of that you have to get your tradition approved by. That's just how it goes. That's it. There's no like, that is... opposite of what you just said. To get on the good side of these three interns, because she doesn't know how to talk to anyone in any leadership capacity at all, apparently, is she's going to buy over a dozen face-size pastries for 3 people. Yeah. That is what she decides to do.
I
And
counted 5 boxes.
there were 5 boxes of 4 pastries. There's 20 pastries, all of them as big as my face, for 3 people.
Yeah.
And even the
reasonable
best,
to me.
even the best pastry fan among
I
us.
can't see my face with this pastry in front of it.
That's great.
Because it's
We're not over
giant.
here. That was Scott Stapp doing yeah. Okay. And that was a lot.
He is a good king. Can we do this now?
Just all Creed Christmas covers, or Creed covers that we make Christmas, like the pizza situation we talked about earlier. Yeah. They do a funny bit afterwards. The text back and forth is absurd. Like if you're going on a date with somebody, you would not just say can't make it tonight. You would be like seal emergency, peppermint emergency, not the candy. The thing.
So you should add. You should add
seal
some
emergency, can't make it tonight. Pretty straightforward. The fact that he just notices his drafts folder after all these years is easily the most blindingly bad way of the movie. It's crazy. You would never, that thing stays bold right on your Gmail. You click it when there's other drafts. You would not be so adamant that you sent an email when that's been sitting there for however many years it's been. Her dad.
And this is, again, I don't want to keep beating a dead seal here, but if a giraffe,
you don't beat the death seal, it's good eating, man.
If a giraffe,
winter's coming.
If a giraffe popped up and said, "Hey,"
if you have more than one draft, would there be multiple giraffes popping up?
Imagine like Clippy from Microsoft Word,
but giraffe.
Bingo.
Hi, I'm Gmail the giraffe.
Right.
And you're in the drafts folder.
Or like, you know how like sometimes on Facebook, like someone will say congratulations and on your phone, like balloons will pop up. You open up Gmail and if you have something stuck in your draft, the drafts go everywhere. And it's like, whoa.
Yes, they're everywhere. There you go.
Again,
just throwing it out there.
I'm not like tech god or anything.
You're not tech god?
I'm not tech god. I know a lot of people are pushing that on me. I'm not that.
Not. There's
Hallmark
another
Daddy.
just glaring wait what in this movie that one of our double deckers caught. The intern that doesn't like the pastries has a huge crush on the dude. Eric is his name. Eric has a crush on the dude that is the pastry chef, and he learns all this stuff about pastries just to have something to talk about with this guy. And then he finally is like, I have feelings for you. And then he's like, do you want to go dance on that dock? And they point to the dock. And when you see the dock, they're already there dancing. And then you go back to them and they're there talking, which is I feel bad for whomever was in editing because
they clearly only had one shot of the dancing.
Big miss here. You just don't show it. That helps a lot. She's talking to her dad to get some advice while he's hiking in front of a green screen. And she's like, hey, like, what do I decide to do when I'm blah, blah, blah. And he's like, how do you feel about it? And she says, I'm 50% excited, 50% terrified. And he says, well, when one of them reaches 51%, then you'll know. That is the worst advice I may have ever heard from a parent. Guys, hard things are terrifying. Good things are terrifying. Basically, if you decide you're less afraid, that means it's good, is just terrible. What if my kid was like, I want to ride my bike, but I fell and I'm a little bit more scared. And I was like, well, let's never ride a bike ever again. Real bad.
But it's also assuming that feelings percentages are the same as like standard percentages, as if it's like something you can actually measure.
Especially when
if
normally
it's 51%, if you'll feel it.
Yeah, you'll feel that 1 degree.
It's like it's right now. You're like this. It'll be like it.
Also, typically, excited, scared go together when it talks about like going. Like when you talk about going on a new to a new job or moving cities. It's a both and. It's not an either or.
Or if you're taking caffeine pills.
Or if you're taking caffeine pills.
I'm so excited.
Sure.
I'm so scared. 50-50.
Back
if it's 51,
rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Obviously. 51, you go back to the caffeine pills, right? Lastly, this movie is egregious in its nepotism. We have Patty Murin, who's decided that without interview of any kind, her best friend from college will get the job at the aquarium if she wants it. And then... One, you can't do that. You need to interview her. I don't care how much you know her and how great you think she is. And if her qualifications are better, she'll prove that with a resume and an application and an interview. And then Jesse Schramm's like, I don't want the job. And so she interviews all these poor people who think they have a chance at this job.
It's infuriating.
Just to turn around and be like, JK, thanks for applying. You never had a shot to begin with. I'm giving it to my BFF. Yeah. This happens across the country in all over the place. I'd like regularly. It's terrible. What are you doing?
bum.
What is
Keep
this?
going.
No, that's all I got. I don't
Give a
have anything
speech
else.
though. Bum bum bum.
No.
bum. And how when you win, you'll just make sure that bum 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 bum. Keep going. Like you're gonna make it stop. You're gonna put a
This
cease.
happens all over the country.
Bum, bum,
We're gonna put a stop to
bum,
nepotism.
bum. Yeah.
At aquariums. At museums. At schools. Woo!
Yeah.
That's the platform.
You were
Everybody.
playing like the
I
graduation
was, and I
song.
realized it halfway through. I meant to go with God.
Yeah.
Bum, bum. Okay,
That's
now
much
go.
better.
Bum,
And then when we put a stop to nepotism, you're going to see the economy rise from the bottom, and we're all going to be there.
Bum, 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 bum. I love the idea of it is Christmas songs, but to the Creed melodies.
Yeah.
And that's the part of it that I love.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet, jingle bells, and I'm thinking,
Man,
that's good. Give me a whole
whole album of it. Creed's back, baby.
Yeah, they are.
It's time for What the Hallmark is, where we talk about
road angels.
glory to the newborn king. Oh my God. That idea rules. Scott, you can have it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Please do something with it.
I mean, Scott Newman can do something.
faithful. Sorry, go ahead.
Man, this is the rest of my day.
The rest of my day, for sure.
Let's get to the What the Hallmark is. So we wonder what could have been. Maybe what are you still wondering about?
Yeah.
When you release a seal or any aquatic animal to the sea, does it like just find a pod and it's fine, or like is it a struggle? Like I don't know.
Well,
That's probably an easy answer to this. I assume no. Don't.
I don't want to
don't.
bring back up Free Willy.
Please
It doesn't always work out.
It doesn't always end well.
It doesn't always work out. And I would just say, if you're a grown adult and you watch Free Willy for the first time, don't Google it. Like, it's a bummer. It kind of bums you out a good bit. You know, that song's playing in the
back when we were
background.
trying to teach kids about like life and how tough it is.
Man, I'm like this. I watched Free Willy for the first time, maybe the second time. I don't remember watching it as a kid, but it's possible I did. That the song is playing at the end, and I'm like, let me find out what happened to old Will. Bad news.
Yeah,
man.
they made a sequel. If
They
you can
did.
believe it. Yeah.
They did, and that should have been the dead
It
giveaway.
was the Ghost of Willie.
Yeah, I always fear when you do that immediately, like a shark's just gonna snatch that thing right up. So I just hope for the best.
I do too.
Wonder what happened there.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of the Christmas box. The pizza box Christmas tree. Obviously, I freaked out about it. We did talk about how fun it would be to make one of those. You get into the logistics of it as just like people. Obviously, we don't own a pizza shop. We're not privy to having a slew of boxes at our disposal. But if I did, in this hypothetical world where I went absolutely nuts when I saw that tree, and now I make it my life's mission to make that pizza box Christmas tree, how long do you think that would take me? That's more of a me thing, but that is my question.
We
Dano.
could just go to a local pizza shop like Domino's, and we would just ask how much we could pay for 100 boxes. Yeah.
I could put
We
those
could
things
make one of
together
those,
record
this
time.
week. It's no big deal.
And we should have done that today.
Yeah. You guys do it tomorrow when I'm not around.
Okay, deal.
It's like fun.
Sounds like a fun
Good Christmas
time.
activity.
Are you dying?
Say what?
Are you
Is
dying?
this your last one?
This is my last one, guys.
Oh, you're
This
gonna
is
give
it.
a speech at the end?
That's it. No. I did that
boy.
earlier too. The graduation song. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, right. Oh,
I had my robe and the processional
It
was
was
happening.
beautiful.
It was great.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Danny?
Danny.
you know?
Do you know? Dan?
I know.
The man? Grumpy? Grumper? GD?
Dan face.
GD.
Grumpy Dan.
All right. It's a G-rated show, not a
I am
GD-rated show. I guess the way I understand it at the end of this movie is she is staying in town and he is traveling the world for funsies. Is that the way I understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Because he conquered his fear of leaving the town of Mystic, Connecticut.
It's not a town.
Has
Hold
he
on.
been saving
Let's let the
his-
Christmas tree chime in on this.
Christmas tree.
Christmas
that's
tree?
something to say?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it. You got to switch the
you gotta
camera
switch
first.
cameras.
Here we go.
Can't see it, yeah.
There you
There
go.
we go.
I've been waiting for my moment, and
Yeah.
this is my moment. Yes, that's what he did, GD.
Thank you, Christmas tree. Thanks,
You're
CT.
welcome. I'll catch you on the flip.
Love you.
on the
Raspy
flip.
voice for that.
He's
for a
so cool.
tree.
Yeah. Like Rippy's cousin a little bit.
Yeah.
Has he been saving his whole life for like. He's
So
just
the
showing
one-
up and he's leaving for months. He runs a pizza
Yeah, a
shop,
year.
but he literally is leaving for months at a time for
I don't
not
ha-
his job and not with his
he-
girl
yeah, he-
just to go.
Yeah. You gotta get that out of your
what?
system.
So I assumed, perhaps wrongly, that was just the trip that he bought, and it was just like a
No,
while
because
down
they
the road.
reference 3 other trips.
Oh, yeah, that's too
when he
many
gets
trips.
back, he's just like
Once you travel once, so you get to
It's
catch
like-
that
the bug.
bug.
He got
so
the
he just
bug.
spent $50K
Barcelona.
traveling the country for a year, and he's ready to go back to their next one's
He's
to
a
Japan.
business owner, man.
I don't
He's-
understand what kind of comp like you
No
proved you could
judgment
travel.
here.
Like you have to go by yourself. Like he has no reason to go. He's just traveling by himself because he needs to see the world, I guess, and has the money to as a pizza shop operator. He has the money to do that.
He had been putting money in his travel envelope for years and he
and
had never
years.
used
Got
it.
too
So
full.
you use it or lose it.
Well, he clearly didn't lose it over the course of his time there.
Right. But it was
used it.
coming up against the expiration date.
The
I
expiration.
wonder if he
date is
stored it in pizza boxes.
Maybe I would have loved that pizza envelope system. I love that. Well, congratulations, everybody. You might be wondering.
I was wondering about this for sure.
Finally.
There's
Down on
wanna
the
bring
dock,
it
it
up.
looked like dancing, but it could have been fighting, and I couldn't tell. But I bet an expert would be able to tell. For us.
absolutely. Is Vic Webster here to let us know?
Fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Was the fighting in the movie? Did someone get hurt? It's a fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
Had no action. A lot of love, but no action.
A fighting chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
Every time,
Thank you, Vic.
every time I think there's going to be.
I think
something
he's
there.
thinking so too. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I don't know if Dan's gonna be there. He said he won't be. We'll find out.
See?
Until then, we first wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.